Hey guys, Moneyman300 back for some more Forza videos here, and continuing on with our Forza 6 overview series. And I wanted to cover a couple of things in this one. Number one, there was an announcement yesterday that Forza 6 has gone gold, and some information about an upcoming demo, so we'll cover that. And then there has also been some more cars that have been released since I did the Cars and Tracks videos, so I wanted to go over that, as well as some track information that came out. But if you watched my last video, it is not, you're not going to see anything new in there. So first off, Forza 6, as you can see on the screen here, has gone gold, and that basically means the game is complete. They are done with the initial development that will come for all the content that will come on the disc, and probably working on day one type patches, which is pretty common after a game development. Though, you know, there's things that when you develop anything, any software, any game, you know, I've learned from working in the IT industry for a long time, it's never done, right? Your software is never done. The thing you're working on is never done, but you have to cut off and go gold at some point. So that's what that means. They cut it off, it goes to print, or, you know, in this case, you know, not as much goes to print anymore, but they stamp out the CDs, they get them out the door. They've just got a couple of weeks before the game comes out, so they got to get them into the brick and mortar stores and up to the online retailers. So the game has gone gold, and they announced that there is going to be a demo, and that demo is coming up real quick. It is on September 1st, so that is right around the corner. When this goes up, I believe it's August 28th. So that is that's like 3 days. I don't know, is there 30 or 31 days in August? I think there's 30 days. So literally that is about 1, 2, 3, 4. My math is evidently not very good. But anyway, it's next Tuesday, so that's a typical release day for things. And then 9 days after that, on the 10th, those of us that have, those of you or those of us that have pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition will be playing the game. So we're right around the corner. We're in the home stretch here. Demo's going to be out there. We're going to be able to get our hands on the game starting next Tuesday, so that'll be exciting. I'm sure I'll have a video up with my impressions on that. They said it's going to feature a few cars from the 450 plus, as you can read here, as well as rain and night racing. So you'll get a preview of that, get to try that out, see what it feels like. So that should be fun. So that is the announcement that they just came out with. Let's talk a little bit about the cars here. So in the car, what's with my controller here? I don't know why it's doing that. What? There we go. Let's get that out of there. Anyway, they also announced a new car, so I'm going to talk about this in two sets. There was, along with the announcement yesterday, they talked about 10 more cars, and it's 10 previously unannounced cars. That does not mean they weren't in a previous Forza version, but previous unannounced. So, and they usually feature one or two. In this one, they featured the 2015 Mercedes-Benz AMG GTS. And here you can see a picture of that, and you can come out to forzamotorsport.net and read all about it if you would like. Here are the other cars. Oh, and something of note here, with the release of these 10 cars, there are now 450 known cars in there. So assuming there's going to be maybe 1 or 2 more announcements of cars, that's where we'll get to our 450 plus. But as of today, there are 450 known cars. So here's the other ones. We had the 1979 BMW Motorsport M1 Pro car, a 2015 Volvo S60 Polestar, so that's obviously a new one, being a 2015 car. I think 2015 and 2014 are going to be new to the series because they came after Forza came out, unless they were part of a DLC pack. But I think they're probably, I don't think they did any 2014s in the DLCs. But the 2014 Audi number 45 Flying Lizard Motorsport R8 LMS Ultra, so that's pretty cool. We get one of the R8 race cars in there. There's continuing on with a little bit of a theme, and you'll see this when I talk about in Garage Week 9 that they released. A lot of the racing type cars, not necessarily R-Class, but in general racing type cars. Been a big focus in this one, so we're going to get a lot more of those types of cars, it looks like. The BMW number 5 eBay Motors 125IM. And my awesome. There's always something that comes up in the middle of my video. My controller battery's low. That's good to know. I'm gonna have to change those. The Chevrolet number 3 Corvette Racing Corvette C7.R. That's a cool car. Another 2014, a 2015 Jaguar XKR-S GT. So all those are new, like those, except for maybe that 1979. I think we had an M1 Pro car in previous versions. I don't remember if it's the same year or not. But all of those there are new. So then we got the 1976 number 5 Team Lotus 77, the 1969 Lola number 10 Simenez Special T163, and the 2014 Ferrari California T. So quite a few new cars in that list. So that's the cars that they announced yesterday. They also came out with some track details. This talks about all 26 locations, has some pictures of them, and then goes through and says which ones are in the rain and which ones are at night. And if you watch my previous video, if you haven't, you can watch that, and I show a picture and it shows, we go through each of those already, but they officially announced which ones are in the rain and which ones are available at night. So that covers the cars and the tracks in relation to the announcement yesterday. Let's pop back over here real quick, and I wanted to talk about Forza Garage Week 9 because there was a bunch of cars, especially some what I think are some cool ones in here. A lot of focus on some of the V8 supercars, so we get a lot of the V8 supercars here, and they preview a couple of them. Let's take a look at them here. We got the 2015 Holden number 1 Red Bull Racing Australia VF Commodore, and there's that one. I think a lot of these are, what I could tell, they're just different team cars of the same car. So I don't, different liveries, and maybe if somebody else knows, put it down in the comments. But that's what I got out of this, and you'll see what I'm talking about as I go through that. So we've got that one, and that's an Australia VF Commodore, right? The Holden. Then we've got the Holden number 22 Racing Team VF Commodore. So I'm assuming, and they're both 2015. So I'm assuming that's the same car with different, with different livery on it. And then we have the Holden number 97 Techno Autosports VF Commodore. So another one there, and the 2015 Holden number 14 Freightliner Racing VF Commodore. So another one, different livery, assuming same car. These are obviously all on Bathurst, where they race. It's very popular to race the V8 Pro Car Series. And then we got now we have something different here, and they show a couple of these as well. The 2015 number 5 Ford Pepsi Max Crew PRA Falcon FGX. That's a mouthful, but it's a Falcon race class car. And then we have another one here, which is the number 17 Xbox Racing Ford Falcon FGX. And then, so we get a couple of those. Again, they're just different liveries. It's got to be the same car. And then next up is the 2015 Mercedes-Benz number 4 Erebus Motorsport E63 AMG V8 Supercar. So we get a Mercedes in there. It looks like we get a couple of those, couple different looks on that 2015 Mercedes. And we get a Volvo in here, the 2015 Volvo number 33 Wilson Security Racing GRMS 60. And you just get one of those, looks like one livery. And then we get a Nissan Altima in here. So the number 23 Nissan Motorsport Altima 2015. So again, kind of like I said earlier, that focus on, there's a lot more of these racing class of cars as opposed to a street or a touring class. So that's pretty cool. I think that's going to make it fun. I just hope that they're available in a lot of different classes. It'd be fun to have them in lower classes as well as higher classes, different models in there. So along with that, they also released a whole slew of previously unannounced cars. So I'm not going to go through all these. You guys can read through here. There's a lot of them here. I don't know if there's anything I would particularly want to highlight. See, you get a couple new Indy cars in here. The 2015 Honda 27 and 28 Indy cars, as well as a Team Penske 2015 Chevy Indy car, another Honda Indy car. So we get some Indy cars in there that you can see. Not a ton of other things that just jump off the page at me. There's that 2015 Challenger SRT Hellcat Battletoads edition. So for those Dodge Challenger fans out there, you're probably gonna like that one. So, and then as they do each week is the full list of cars there. So quite a few cars in the last week have been released. For those of you that follow on, I like to look at, check out every single car that's in the game. We've pretty much got most of them. So I think that's going to wrap it up with that. In the next video, assuming I don't have a demo video before that, we're going to talk about single player and multiplayer features and some of the things that have been announced or released on that and some of my thoughts around that. So anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.